Hey, welcome to the YouTube channel KeegFam. We're gonna go see the end of the pier, and they're having an open house on the end building. So we're on our way. Here we go. We are on our way to tour the Fog House. Who's excited? Nobody's that excited. Hopefully they're more excited when they get there. Tickets. I think so. I have an extra.
I'm gonna go on down. You guys come down when you're ready. Come down on your feet.
You guys here for the tours?
Yes.
Hi.
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 Are cameras allowed?
Cameras are allowed. Cameras are encouraged.
Cameras, people, questions, yes. If you'll give us a few minutes, we have one tour group going through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm usually the slowest one.
Alright, Red, see you later.
These steps are so much nicer than they were last year. Remember all that was? I was scared of people coming down.
Well, it's still a headbanger. I mean, I'm tall, so,
Well, that's
you know.
about me.
Well, I automatically duck. I have good, I know.
I'm okay.
Oh yeah.
I wish I was little. I can't even wear high heels there, Bob. Put your high heels on.
You got time? We do have time to walk around the outside
Yes.
now? Okay. We'll be right back.
Yeah, you can walk around. And as you go around the front end, pay attention to the concrete floor, because that's what we did
Yeah,
this summer.
that's what I was curious. This is all new too.
All this part's been smoothed out. That's been worked on this summer.
Cool.
Whatever you do, don't walk where the water is, because that's slippier than this.
Yeah.
You'll fall on your head.
Lots of experience
We
with
have
that.
had people.
I watch people.
Yeah, we've had. I've done it.
Looks like they've done a lot of concrete work here this summer. It's really cool. Look at all that concrete work. Look at that. Very smooth now. It's called the Fog Tower. That's the lighthouse down there. This is the Fog Tower. The foghorn goes off on this one. The light comes from that one. The noise comes from this one. How was the tour?
Nice.
Learn anything?
Was there a quiz? I don't know. I didn't learn anything. Hi, old people. Okay, we are going to take in a group of 12. If you happen to have a ticket for us, a red ticket, we're going to ask if you drop it into the box to your right going in. So it just gives us a head count and helps us justify opening up the lighthouse. So
Wait about 1 minute.
I'm going to do a group of 12, 3, 6, 9, and then the 4 of you. Is that okay? They were here a long time walking around. If you have tickets, if you don't mind putting them right in there.
So just a little bit of history here. Okay, just a little bit of history here. The city of Grand Haven acquired these lighthouses in 2009. We acquired the catwalk in about 1988. Yeah, 1988. And we took all the boards off, put lights on it about that time. And that was the catwalk. Then we acquired the inner and outer light. This is the outer light, and also there's a foghorn light. We've been working on basically since 2009, trying to make them restored as authentic as we can, although we've had to put some modern features in here just because that's what we had to do. You'll see all modern windows upstairs. We have been replacing the portholes. Those they didn't open last year, so now we have some fresh air and some light in here. Just a little bit of history on lighthouses here. 1938, the first lighthouse was built at the mouth of the Grand River, and it was basically a cottage on the beach with a light on it. About 1952, Lake Michigan got rid of that for us and blew away. It was destroyed in a storm. So in 1955, they built a lighthouse on the bluff up there. 1855, I'm sorry. Yeah, not 1955. 1855, they built a lighthouse on the bluff up there, and it was the structure is still there. They took the light down, the Fresnel limb was brought out here, and that happened probably in the 1890s. So the building was, let's move in here a little bit. Again, another group coming in already. Otherwise, we're trying to talk over each other. So this level here was the wooden structure, which is above that you'll be in a few minutes, was originally at this level. It was built in the 1890s. I'm not sure the exact year, I think about 1895 or so. And in 1922, this concrete structure was built and the wood structure was put on top of it. So it raised up, put on top of here, and this became the main level because basically the lake was destroyed and the wood structure was here. So older pictures that you'll see of the place showed a wood structure here with a big horn on the front end and a small light on the front end. That was the original configuration, 1920s, that was raised up and made into what we see today. This area here where we're in, the boat that we walked past, there was a door, an iron door that you saw on the side here. To get back and forth to the city, they could use the boat to launch it into the pier or into the channel and back. I don't know if they ever used that for any kind of rescue work. I guess it was just there for the convenience of the lighthouse keepers, so they didn't have to walk the pier all the time. Would have been a little quicker and easier, but they did have to use the boat sometimes. They built the catwalk there for when it was like winter weather and it was all icy out here. It was safer to come out that way than to walk on the deck of the pier. If I'm leaving anything out here that's important. So anyway, about 1907, that the inner light versus the round light, that's 52 feet tall, was out here. 1907 was moved to its current location about 600 feet that way. So now we have two lights. You can kind of line them up if you line your boat up with the channel, so you can make sure you're coming in straight. So that was a nice feature that they had by moving it. and then they eventually put a lantern on this light, but originally this was just for a foghorn. On this level, they would have had sleeping quarters. They slept down here, and they had, there was a boiler. I don't know if the boiler was on this level or the next level up. There was a boiler down here. There was a boiler in here originally to make the steam that ran the horn. It was originally a steam horn, and they replaced that in, I think they replaced that probably around the turn of the century with air compressors, and it became an air horn. So these tanks here would have been like receivers for the steam, and then they converted to air. They became air receivers. They charged these, and then they discharged it through the horn. There's an old mechanical horn that was up on the roof, and it just let out the familiar old sound of an air horn. And that's how they ran this thing for years and years. And the air compressors were all the next level up. So you had people basically living at this level. They had a very potable water and the 4 tanks in the unit here. Those were all for to support the people who were living out here. They had this cofferdam here was for a kerosene tank, so it was a secondary containment for a kerosene tank. And that fed the boiler that they had. And I don't know for sure what they did for space heat, if that was the boiler or if they had a separate space heater. There's a little chimney behind you there. And this is some kind of a cistern. I'm not real clear with the function, but it's open to the lake. And this would have been the bathroom here. The bathroom was a little room here that had like a little commode that had fresh water from the tanks, and it was basically just a discharge right into Lake Michigan. Pretty basic, but there's not a lot of guys and plenty of water, so it worked. That's how people live down here. And that's pretty much what we have on this level. Any questions on this? I'll try to answer what you have. That's pretty much what you're seeing now. This part was built later than the part you're about to go into. Okay? And then let's go up. You can see these big tanks here. These were just fresh water tanks.
Yeah, looks like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, well, nice.
I don't think it would be captured. You know what I mean? If I thought it would be captured.
More of those tanks.
There's 4 of them. Pretty good size.
Oop, dropped something.
Yeah. I just randomly walked here one time.
Exciting when you pull the light bulb out.
Yes.
So this level is where the air compressors were kept. As far as I know, they didn't use this as living quarters. This is the original foghorn house, this wooden structure, and it was at the level we see down below when they first built it. And they built the concrete structure, and moved this up to this level. One thing about the catwalk, you see where it kind of connects here to this deck outside here. If you look there, there's a walkway up there. That lines up with where the catwalk would have been when this area was low. So when they raised it, then of course they didn't need that particularly, but I believe that's why that's there.
Mayor Bob, I misspoke earlier. I said it was solar power. I think of buoys and think dayboards and stuff, but it is not. If the light goes out, the lighthouse goes out. If the power goes out, so they do a notice to mariners.
So there's no backup generation?
Nope.
Huh.
That's surprising, actually.
It is surprising.
Nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays I would have thought and I don't know what the power draw is here, but for the horn and the lights, I wouldn't think it'd be that much.
Friends?
I mean, you could probably rig something up, but apparently they didn't. Well, anyway, this would have been level with air compressors, and I don't know what else was on this level. We know that was. We've been replacing windows, been rebuilding the structure.
Yeah, you can see the broken portholes
Some of
over
these
here.
old timbers that were part of the structure were kind of rotted off at the bottom. That was the problem with
But
having this
that's one of the
structure.
broken ones. That's what downstairs looked like 2 days
Here they
ago.
built this big concrete prow on the front to break up the wave action. And so it's been surviving that way for a long time. This building was basically not being used for decades, literally, so we got it. We've been trying to restore it and bring it back. And someday this will be open to the public on a regular basis. This is a once a year. I doubt it. I've been in there and it's
Okay,
disappointing.
so remember as I explained that
There's
the
a
light,
stairway
this
here that
building
goes
used
up
to be
the lantern
downstairs?
house. The lantern house is up above. It's really hard to see from here. There's a couple spots where you kind of line the eyeballs up and see light up there.
All of these
There's a
squares.
picture over there of what it looks like from the
That was the
lantern.
only daylight that
I've
came
been up
on.
there and it's like you climb this stairway and then there's another ladder and then you're up in a little tiny space, and so it's challenging, but it's worth it, you know, if you can get up there. It's really interesting to see, and it's a great view. And then the actual horn that we have now is an electric horn that's about this big around that tall. It's kind of perched on the edge of the building up there, right in front of the lantern house. But we can't let people go up and down there. If one thing is steep, it's not super safe, and it takes too long because you get like 1 or 2 people at a time. So it would take all day to get a group up through there. I see that they put a steel ladder or steel stairway in now. I think that might be the old stairway leaning against the wall there.
Oh yeah.
Last time I was in here, it was a wooden stairway. So they've been working on it.
So I heard rumors that they were gonna do a store or something down
Yeah,
here.
they want to get like open it up for regular access to the public, so you can see artifacts and you can see explanatory materials.
There's a
and put a little-
museum.
And put a little gift shop out here, and then maybe raise enough money to pay for things. So there'll be a little gift
Is there a
shop out here.
timeline on that?
I don't know the answer to that. I think the timeline is probably in the past, but
I know that.
As we can
I read it.
get things done.
And these pictures
So
over
yeah,
here will show you.
we're working on that.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
It'd just be covered in ice in the winter, but
Oh, don't come out here in the winter. I'm sure there will be no docents out here in the winter. I know I won't be. So then you can see where we've done new work and old work, and you can
And that light is
kind of
not.
weatherproof it. It was truly in rough shape.
So if you ever want to see it, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's all been cleaned up and painted. From here, we'll go out, we'll go to the left.
Now it does exactly the same thing.
We'll go left and walk around the outside of the building, get to the front, where it looks out there, there's a nice view there. Just kind of watch your step. And when you get out there by on the side there, just make sure you use the handrail, because the concrete kind of rolls.
it's a nice view. You're so lucky to have such a big lake here.
Michigan, baby.
Lots of water to drink and to view.
Like get a if I tell you when like you go up there, I'll reach out to you on Instagram. Or say Ryan, I get some photos of because I'm taking social media over starting tomorrow.
What do you think, Peter?
This is awesome.
There's a state park over there.
Lots of
Port Sheldon, up way out there is the Port Sheldon smokestacks power plant. What a beautiful day. It's about 77 degrees. Look how calm the lake is.
Really rough shape, it all spalled, and we realized they were getting rusty. They smoothed it out, they've covered it up with new cement and epoxy and painted it all up. It should hold up to the weather now, whereas it was really disintegrating. That was the task for this year. And it pretty much got done. They left a little bit of the rough where it was probably not like that either. It was in really rough condition. So,
And what will that look like next
stairs.
spring after all that ice hits it again?
hopefully. I think it'll hold up well because it's sealed up well. The real problem is when you get water in it to freeze it. I don't know if these, I think these are original painted. Those would have all the weather was coming this way. This pile here is just all those wave action and wind action. But it's so this apparently is easily scratched. Decorated for us. Oh yeah? You know human beings. Alrighty.
You gotta get her out more.
At least it doesn't look on.
I guess I thought this was smaller because I didn't know they were supposed to be.
You know how to spell. We caught a spelling.
See, you gotta look for the positive.
Oh, that one.
They figured out something to scratch the arm.
Break it out.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Yeah, we were over here earlier one the house, and this was all boarded up.
Thanks for the tour.
Thank you. Any other questions you have? I'll try to give you a good answer.
Are you looking for money? Is that the biggest thing to
Money
finish it?
money is always welcome. They're selling hats and t-shirts, so go buy a hat and t-shirt.
We already did that.
That helps the cause.
Well, come on this way. Great, we'll walk up here.
And then when you do,
He wants to volunteer somehow. He just doesn't know how.
That's the idea. Getting it open. It's really cool.
yeah.
Well, he used to run a store, so he could run your store for you.
Okay. Well, this is now. Go down the stairs. Make sure you can handle it. The stairs are.
We're gonna do everything we can. It's silly to have a piece of history out here and the people can't get in it. A connection, yes. Many of the same people were transient. We went to the next project.
It's all right. All right. Now you've seen the tour. What do you think of it? Granto?
Cool.
It's cool. What'd you like?
Oh, fish is jumping.
You like that they raised it up? And they put a cement base under it so that we quit getting hit by waves so much? What about you, Peter? What'd you like?
I've been looking at this thing for so long, but I can't find
You know who's been looking at it longer than you?
you.
Uncle Joel. So what does he think?
Pretty cool. Like the view off the back end.
That's all you see.
All right. Let's head back. We want to get a tour of the lighthouse now. How are we going to get a tour of the lighthouse? We'll see if we can find someone we know that'll give us a tour. Is it worth coming out here, Peter? That place, it looks a lot bigger than I thought. On the inside, it looks a lot bigger than what it was from the outside.
A lot nicer. The buildings are anyway.
Looking a little bit rough.
Look at the shadows. Everybody wave. Shadows. That ends our tour of the Fog House. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.